Welcome to J Lowe Artist. Thanks for being here. I appreciate your support and all those who have come out and commented. Those of you who are drawing with me, some of you are drawing with me weekly. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. So come along with me and let's practice a little bit with art. Makes life better. Let's make your life better. Anyway, thanks for being willing to do this with us. We've only got a little over an hour to work with this, so oil pastels are fast. You just lay them in, you forget about them. There's really not a lot of playing around with the details. So the first thing we want to do is, and these are just your Pentel brand oil pastels, 24 set. We'll probably use about half of them. So I'm going to set those off to the side, grab my white charcoal, and I'm going to do a little bit of sketching with the white charcoal. Now this velvet board, some of these are center cuts, but most of these I bought. They're quite expensive. These are 12 by 16 size, and you can get 5 12 by 16s and one 16 by 20 out of a sheet. The darkness, if you've got black, you're thinking chiaroscuro. All the stripes, all the darkness, that's all done. If you've got any other color, utilize those colors to your advantage. For mine, this red, a lot of his background is going to be red, and the green against the red is going to be very striking because they're complementary colors. So I'm just going to utilize that as best I can. Whatever color you got, if you got blue, especially that dark blue, it's almost chiaroscuro. Most of these colors are fairly dark. The brown is a very nice brown. Again, it's kind of like your tiger, and if you wanted to put some dark in the background, you're more than welcome to. But I'm going to start out with his head. Somewhere towards the top, I want him to be more dominant, and I maybe want to set him off to the side a little bit so it's a little cropped, like something like that. So it's off to the side and have a little bit more on the right side or the left side. I don't know which side. Anyway, it's up to you. You can do whatever you want to there with it. But I'm going to set him off to this side just a little bit. And I'm just using the side of my charcoal. And if you rub this, you notice that erases it. Okay, so you want to just put a little bit. I'm going to have to draw a little heavier than you do because I can't see it. And I want you to be able to see it. Can you see that now? Okay. I want his paw kind of towards the bottom in there. That's probably pretty good. His jowls down here. Ear up here, and some of his body is going to be cut off. I'm just going to fade it out at the top as I go. If you drew a circle to begin with, his eyes are like right smack dab in the middle of that circle. This is all just for proportioning. I mean, we could direct draw if we wanted to with our oil pastels. But just some guidelines is all you need. And for me, that's probably pretty good. Just kind of establishes where things go. And because this is a dark board, I'm going to start out with the light. So I'm going to start out right immediately with white. And just see if I can just pick up some of the light. I like to start around the eye. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start with his eye and just going to put that in there. And look how nice that comes out. I mean, just so smooth. And that velvet just grabs this color and just pulls it. Anything that is white or light, I'm going to just pull in. You can leave things out like his stripes. You can just leave them out. You can draw very, very lightly and just get a little bit in there, or you can a little bit of pressure and you can get a lot more on there. It is totally up to you how you do it. I don't know if there's any perfect way to do this. Guess what's perfect for you might not be perfect for someone else. As we go, we may want to experiment just a little bit too. I'd like to experiment with an eraser and just see if I can erase it. So I'm just going to go over some of this and just give it a little rub. And you can get rid of some of it, but most of it stays there. This is why I say you just kind of lay it in, forget about it. You can go over the top of it with other colors until there's so much on there that the board won't grab it anymore. Which with this, that's quite a bit. I think the whiskers would be the last thing I put in. Try some of this yellow in there, this kind of yellowy orange. That looks fun. I hesitate to go into the black too soon because I can cover most of my mistakes with the black. This is yellow orange. And you know, either one of those, that chrome yellow might work too. But I tend to go with the darker ones for some reason first. Also, I want some of the board to show through, because whatever color you're using, you got to unify this whole thing with that color. So don't be afraid to let some of that color just show through. It's already looking kind of cool. Kind of neat, I should say. Anytime you have white and you have shadows, you want to use a little bit of blue in those shadows, or purple. And for me, I kind of like this kind of light blue. It's called pale blue. I'm going to use some of this and some of these shadowy areas over here, just where it would be white, but it's in the shadows. Maybe some up in his ear. Anytime you see a little bit of shadow, just a little bit of that light blue. And it doesn't have to be everywhere, just here and there. I put a little of this in his eye too. Remember, we want it to be very colorful. The more color, the better. So all these colors are just going to kind of go in. We want kind of almost a kaleidoscope of color. What other colors do you see? Green? Pink? Yeah. So whatever color you're impressed with, go ahead and put that in. Are you talking in his nose, or are you talking elsewhere? Yeah? Down here? Yeah, good call. Maybe a little bit even in his eye, just maybe a little bit. Anywhere else that you feel like, I mean, you got to be thinking that impressionism, you know, you're impressed by the color. Whatever color you're kind of impressed with. I'm going to try some of this lemony yellow. It might be too yellow, but we'll see. No, I like it. Go ahead and leave the texture in it too. Whatever texture you're getting with those little strokes. Don't be afraid of those. What do you think so far of that velvet? Isn't it nice?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some of that lemony yellow in his eye. Boy, that just made the eyes kind of pop. Just a little bit of that lemon yellow. On the tips of the white, as the white kind of comes up into his head, a little bit of that lemon yellow. I don't know if that helps. I was trying to rub it with my finger, but it doesn't help. It just kind of is already grabbed. Like I say, you don't need it everywhere, just wherever you feel like you want to put it. I'm going to try some of this vermilion. It's kind of a red-orange. It might be too red for me, but just a little bit here and there. Probably add to it. Over the top of the yellow, over the top of the, that might be too much red. So see how you can layer it in though? Try that. Just try layering some colors over the top of others. It's kind of nice. And our charcoal is gone. I mean, technically, most of the charcoal is gone. You guys ready for your black yet? That secret weapon? Black by itself, I'm not real thrilled with black, but we can add some blue and some purple to it as well. But I think we need that black in the stripes and some of these other areas to give it some contrast. So I'm just going to take my black, and you can start wherever you want to. I like to start around the eyes. So I'm going to start around the eye. I'm just going to layer in just a little here and there. You don't need it everywhere. But look at what that did to that eye. See how it just punches? All of a sudden, boom. That's the contrast. That's what contrast will do for you. Like I say, you don't need it everywhere. Just here and there. If you're doing this on black, if your choice of color was black, you may want to just leave out those stripes. Or you could use a little bit of black to just go over and tighten things up a little bit. You don't need much. Just keep that black very simple. All you need that black for is the contrast. So far, we haven't really worried about the surrounding background or anything. If you want to do something on that, you could, but keep it simple. Now, for some of these shadows, like here, since they're not, I mean, they look dark, they're not black. I know they're not black. I'm going to use some blue or purple. It's kind of up to you. This is ultramarine, so I'm just going to use a little bit of that blue in there. I'll probably put some purple in there too. Remember, we want to add lots of color. The whole idea here is to make this so colorful that our audience is arrested by the color. I can even put some of this blue up in his stripes to just tone down that black a little bit so it's not so black. So it has some more depth to it, has some more tone to it. Just here and there. And from here, you just kind of go wherever you feel like you need to go with it. If you feel like you need some leaves in there, throw in some leaves. Some grass. I really feel like I need purple in there. Just I like purple. Not sure where exactly you'd put it, but this is purple, and I'm adding it to some of the black, maybe some of the lightest areas. I just need it for some contrast. And in my black, wherever the black kind of starts getting a little lighter, I can add a little purple to that. Got rid of some of my highlights, so I got to go back into them. Just pull out some of those a little bit. So that white is just making it pop. Again, the camera doesn't quite know what to do with all this color. Hopefully this is starting to make sense to you on how when you lay it in, you just kind of lay it in, forget about it. There's no erasing, you just kind of just have fun with it. Some of that white just gets too bright, and you put a little bit of blue or a little bit of yellow over the top of it, and it'll make it not so white, so chalky. Sometimes white can get kind of chalky. Just use color, whatever you feel like. This is Old Rose. It's kind of a purpley, pinky kind of a color. It's kind of nice too. I'm going to try some of that in there. Oh, I like that. One of the last things you want to do is those whiskers. And when you're just about done with them and you think, okay, there's enough, you can take whatever color you want to use, something light. I would probably go with white or light blue. And just throw in those little bit of whiskers that's there. So hopefully you're going kind of color crazy with this. The more you add, the better. Some of that dark green, I think I'm just going to hit a little bit down the side where the shadow is and the darkness there. My color isn't quite as dark. Just adds a little bit of contrast to it. Well, I like this orange in there too. It's very bright. Seems like the more color I add, the more I like it. What do you guys think? Are you going color crazy? I really like that orange in there. It's crazy that is. I don't know about you, but I see a little tooth in there. Just a little bit. Tigers look better with teeth. Like most people. I don't know if you can see his other paw under there. I see this kind of ghost, like almost paw there. So I've thrown that in as if it was him walking. Little paw in there. Even though I don't know if I really see it, I just kind of threw it in. I'm just throwing in some color for the ground, a little bit lighter area there, and if it's leaves or whatever it is, doesn't matter. Just some texture back down in there. It needs its color too. You can keep working on this if you'd like. Now, the more you work on it, the more detail you're going to put into it. And you may like it better, or you may like it really loose like this. Okay, it's up to you, but the last thing you do is you sign it. A good place to sign it would be probably over here in the light, or you could put it, over here somewhere. Sign it in a contrasting color, something nice. I'm going to use light blue. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for coming along. I hope you guys have a lovely weekend, a lovely day. And keep drawing, remembering that art makes life better.